Other than I, we met a man one day. Satan had a grip on his heart and soul. We shared with him God's plan by faith, and the spirit of truth took hold. And right before our eyes, we saw a man's life change from dark to light. I still see him standing there, with his hands held high, dancing and praising the Lord. With a smile, the man did cry. It's not fantasy, not fantasy. Father, your word is working in me. It's not fantasy, not fantasy. Father, your word is working in me. It's not fantasy. Father, your word is working in me. Satan came right away, came to steal the seed of faith. But this man was no longer by. He praised the Lord, girding up the loins of his mind. He prayed and prayed and prayed. He read the word each day, meditated on what the Spirit revealed to him. Don't you know, this man's cup was filled to the brim, and he was singing. It's not fantasy, not fantasy. Father, your word is working in me. It's not fantasy.